dogs. They all need a place to gather and run around. There's a new dog park in the River Park neighborhood, and it's totally the cat's meow.
Today we're going to have the grand opening for our dog park at Windrow Park, and everyone's very excited. I moved in 2013, and I think it was in the works at that time. I think there's a great need for it because we have a lot of dogs in the neighborhood, and they like to get out and run and socialize. Well, we have a big dog community. Most people have dogs, and they all converse with each other when they get together on the streets and the roads, and I think here they can socialize even more, be together. I think the dog parks are important because I think it's a social event for the people. I don't know about the dogs, most of them I think it is, and it just kind of brings the community together.
Today is the grand opening of the Windrow Dog Park, and we're going to have council members and some other dignitaries do a little speaking for us. Yeah, so there's a lot of new residents in this area, and there was a concern that the dogs were using the park more than the people, so we thought, let's build a dog park. So here you go. There was a conceptual design done by Paul Jordan and Jordan Gilbert and Bain, and they brought that to Parks and Recs. They approved the plan, and then the landscape architect designed it, and they looked at other parks and they found out the agility toys that the dogs wanted. So I think it's very important that they have a park like this. This allows them to, have the dogs off a leash, confined area. They're not, getting into where the kids are playing or something, and keeping them separated with the smaller dogs and the larger dogs. It's really a good thing. Yeah, so this park is the third park here in the city. It's the largest park. The other two parks, one is in College Park, the other one is at Campus Park. This one is going to get used, so enjoy.
Lawn bowling. You've heard of it, probably even seen it. But at the Oxnard Wilson Senior Center, it's a social gathering all its own.
Good one, Artie.
Ventura County is unique because Oxnard has got the only rink and has had the only rink since the 1980s. And it's a wonderful venue. We have a relationship with the senior recreation department here. Lawn bowling is a game that has started back in early days. I mean, when people first could throw a rock, that's where lawn bowling originated, except it perhaps wasn't on lawns. So right now, the major hub of lawn bowling is probably in Australia. It's been around for a long, long time. It's kind of like curling, Olympics curling on grass. The object of the game is to get as close as you can to the white ball, which is the jack. We call it the jack. So many bowls are made out of melamine. They used to be made out of a real hard wood like walnut. Each bowl is a little bit different. They weigh around 3 pounds each. I've gone to several different clubs around Southern California, and all the people they welcome you with open arms. You can spend 2.5 hours with people here that you kind of just enjoy life. It's competitive, and it's also something that you can just enjoy whether you're not competitive or not. Some days you'll have good days, some days you'll have bad days. We have a total of 70 members here at Oxnard, and we turn out, like today is pretty typical. We've got I think it's about 40 people. All you have to do is just come. We'll give you free lessons. We'll let you borrow bowls until you are accustomed to what you want to do. That way you can try out different bowls and see what the sizes are that you need and what the bias is going to be. So after about 2 or 3 lessons, we put you on a grass and let you bowl.
What's great about lawn bowling is that there's a level playing field between the men and women. It really doesn't matter. We can beat the guys anytime. In fact, we have had a team of girls that just said, hey, you guys want to play? Because we were done with our tournament. They came over and we beat them, and they were kind of sad, but it's great. Here at Oxnard, You pay $150 for a year, and you can play Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, any and all days. It's just the best sport ever, the nicest people ever, and it's just fun. Oh, my son and daughter-in-law are world champions, and they go all over Australia, Hong Kong, and when they go there, they're in their 40s and late 40s, and when they go there, the people they're bowling against are like 20, because the other countries start their kids so much younger, and they're really, really good. And we've got a couple young boys, men, they're 18 and 20, I think, and, they'll come out when they're not working or at school, and great fun, to have them here. So we have some young members. It's not just all old people, but it's great for old people. Gets them up and out and exercising. We do like 4,000 steps just playing this game. That's cool.
Affordable housing for military veterans. It's all being done thanks to the efforts of the City of Oxnard, many mansions, and a community that truly cares.
Well, today's event begins a long process of beginning construction of our Ormond Beach apartments. Ormond Beach is going to be a 40-unit apartment complex, affordable housing, expressly reserved for veterans, veteran individuals, veteran families. The units, we're going to have a range of sizes. Some will be townhouse style, there's upstairs, downstairs. Some will be just ground floor. There'll be 1-bedroom units, 2-bedroom units, and 3-bedroom units. They'll be very spacious, have their own bath. There'll be community space where we're going to have various programs. There's on-site laundry facilities. And outdoor, we'll have 2 different courtyards for people to mix and mingle. Plenty of on-site parking. There's going to be an upper deck that upstairs you'll be able to see the ocean. We received funding support from the state, from the County of Ventura, from the City of Oxnard, from private investors through U.S. Bank. But the major thing is that we're getting lots of support from people in the veterans community. The Ventura County Veterans Collaborative, VFW posts, the Veterans Affairs from the state of California. So we're getting a large support from veterans.
This county's housing, the available housing is down to like 2%. Pricing is unbelievable. So anyone who's struggling, anyone who's, if you haven't got a 2-wage earner, just finding a place to live is ridiculous. And then you talk about a person who's got a disability or has issues with his mental stability or whatever else. And I'm not just talking about homeless, people who actually still are managing to get by. They can't get a place to live. This is going to be just absolutely wonderful.
And more so than affordable, they're also going to be Section 8 project-based units. So that means that the families will be paying 30% of their income towards rent for at least 20 years and possibly 40 years. That makes a big difference. In this market, affordable is not always that affordable, but when there's a Section 8 voucher assigned to the unit, it becomes very affordable.
I've been talking to a number of people in the veterans community, just talking to someone about the need that really does exist. Different groups deal with lots of different veterans. A lot of our veterans are struggling, in need of housing, in need of affordable housing, need of sort of on-site services to assist them. So there's really a huge need and appetite, and they're very excited that we're being able to bring that to Ventura County.
Information technology. It's all around us, and for a few good interns at the City of Oxnard, it's an opportunity to discover a career full of exciting possibilities.
The interns are extremely valuable for the city. We've had projects that wouldn't have gotten completed without the assistance of the interns. Great source of talent. It helps out our community, gives students the ability to learn what areas they're gifted in, what areas they may be interested in, to see if the things that they're studying currently are what they want to continue studying. And it provides an avenue for them to help out with their community too by helping out in the information technology department. They've been extremely valuable and completed tasks that we simply wouldn't have been able to accomplish without them. The interns can be exposed to the full breadth of technology systems that we have deployed at our city. The opportunity to be mentored by an IT manager. They are hired, interviewed by the IT manager that they're working under, a particular IT division, and that person trains them and assigns the work to them, monitors the work they're doing, and also reports on that work back to their professors.
Yes, I'm an intern with the City of Oxnard's IT department. I'm with the Systems and Securities Division. The big thing that I've been working on is researching and planning for the rollout of something called a mobile device management solution. I was interested in IT after I got laid off, and I saw that IT ate my job. And so I was like, okay, let's learn about the thing that caused me to lose my job. I used to work in television, and thanks to the way that people watch television, we use a lot of streaming services now, and and thanks to things like video compression, you can do broadcast differently. And so I saw my job would be continuously on the decline, so I thought, better learn something new. I think that the internship is helping me in terms of learning how to plan, learning how to research, and how to pull that information so I can share it with others. Even if I don't get a job with the city, this is good experience. I could probably maybe become part of a project management team elsewhere. So I think that's going to be huge.
Well, I was an IT major before, so I studied in Oxnard College. So they told me that they have an internship program that's affiliated in the City of Oxnard. I was having a hard time before landing a job, so because of lack of work experience. So I've thought that this internship could help me gain and build my work experience. They give me a high quality training and learning, so I'm convinced that I'm prepared for what lies ahead. Once my internship is over, I want to continue to pursue geographic information systems and hopefully land a job and eventually be one of the best.
I think the city is going in a really great direction in terms of growing with technology. There's lots of databases that the city of Oxnard uses for, say, any residents if they need to pay fines, if they need to report like graffiti or roads that need to be repaired. They can report that online to the cityofoxnard.org. And all that really comes back to technology and how they can communicate through the internet with us.
Find out if they like working in IT, the area that they've selected, if they're a programmer or a video developer or a mapping person. It's a way for students students to explore what they're studying and actually put it to practice outside of the book learning environment.
Come be a part of our community's biggest arts event of the year. This spring, on May 25th through the 27th, at the Oxnard Performing Arts and Convention Center, the Pack the Arts Festival will showcase Oxnard artists and arts organizations of all kinds. From musicians, dancers, and poets to actors, visual artists, and filmmakers. There's something for everyone and every age. To participate, contact the Pack at 805-385-8147 or packinquiries@oxnard.org.
Public Works, they're responsible for our streets, reservoirs, and all the critical infrastructure that we rely on every day. They're getting a special award, and here's why.
We received a phone call from American Public Works Association, the Ventura County chapter, inform us that we have won Project of the Year for a disaster repair project. The project that we submitted called the Central Trunk Sewer Line Repair Projects. We have a sections 36-inch of sewer pipe running under 12 railroad tracks along the 5th Street near the Union Pacific Railroad. On January 25th, early that morning, we received a call from the Union Pacific Railroad to say, hey, I think you folks have a problem. We have a sinkhole. So we immediately mobilized our team, go out there and take a look at it. And then in no time, we found out a portion of our existing sewer line going through the railroad, underneath the railroad, it's partially collapsed. It was really bad because the Central Trunk sewer pipeline is one of the 5 major pipelines that serve the city of Oxnard. When you have a situation like that, the first thing that you have to do is stabilize the situations, meaning that flow cannot continue to go through that area because it's being compromised. So we have to immediately set up bypass pumping. We have to figure out where the flow should go right away. From a time frame perspective, we started the job on site that morning on January the 25th. We wrap it up, able to tell railroad to say, hey, look, we're done, and now we can focus on the permanent solutions. We're currently working with the railroad to design a permanent solutions. And of course, going under the railroad track, there's a lot of strict requirement, railroad standard that we have to meet. So we're working together to come up with a solution. So it was an old pipe, and the crossing in that area probably was done in the 50s. The Public Works Wastewater Division has gone through the last couple of years of looking at rate structures because we have backlog of capital improvement program that we have to do. So in layman's term is we have a lot of aging facilities that we needed funding to fix them, and this is one of them. This Project of the Year award from American Public Works Association is very prestigious. Like we say, this is the number 1 project for the county for last year. So we have absolute bragging right, at least for 12 months. And the more important to that is the winners of the local chapter get to participate on a national level. So yeah, very prestigious. If any infrastructures or asset that we have throughout the city, if it is an aging facility, we got to stay on top of that. We shouldn't wait till a sinkhole open up to say, oh, now we got to fix the sewer line. So we have to be ready, prepare, and stay ahead of it.
Levees are built to regulate water levels and prevent flooding. Along the Santa Clara River in Oxnard, a new levee has been built, and those efforts are just the beginning.
standing on levee SCR3. SCR is Santa Clara River Levee 3. That's the designation for this levee. This levee started construction on January 9th, 2017, and construction was completed on March 6, 2018. It was very important to build this levee at this time or sooner because in 2010 FEMA presented flood maps for this area that showed 6,011 residential properties and businesses in a flood zone. The maps were found to be deficient, and we found technical and procedural errors, so FEMA issued a letter of map revision for those maps, and it pulled the area temporarily out of a flood zone. We don't know when those maps are coming back, so we're building these levees as quickly as possible. The materials used for the construction of this levee is earthen, mainly, compacted earthen, and the face of the levee is rock riprap with a filter fabric underneath to prevent erosion. The top of the levee is crushed miscellaneous base, and that's for the distance from the corner behind me all the way down past the Baylord landfill, which is past Victoria, the Victoria Bridge. This levee is built to carry 225,000 cubic feet per second of water, which is a volume of water. 1 cubic foot is about the size of a basketball. So if you line them up or stack them up, 225,000 basketballs from one bank of the river to the opposite bank. This levee is owned and operated and maintained by the Ventura County Watershed Protection District. The city is a participant in the funding of this levee. This is phase 1 of the Santa Clara River levee. Phase 2 will be from the corner here to the Union Pacific Railroad crossing. So that'll be phase 2. That's the next phase that'll start next year. And that'll take about a year for construction as well. Well, you're standing on a historic site at this time. This was part of the river back in 1947. This curve took a constant pounding, and it almost ended up close to Gonzales. But this area turned into a landfill for trash and debris for many, many decades. So it was very difficult to build this part of the levee because we had to be careful with the existing landfill beneath. The area we're standing on right now is one of the earlier landfills.
You love the show. Now like us on Facebook and Twitter at City of Oxnard and watch the archive shows and other extras on our YouTube and Vimeo channel. We'll see you next time.